This is Rocky Hall with the Lassen County, California Oath Keepers logging in again. I got another interview that I would like to do here with a young man that has been here for a while and has told me some things, and so I definitely want to get his story out as well. So go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name's Gabriel Waldy. I do a lot of work with Anonymous, a lot of activist groups, and a lot of militia and militant. I'm from Aberdeen, Washington, but I've spent a lot of time over here in Eastern Oregon.
You were telling me you've done a lot of work around the area as well in the past years.
Yeah, I was just cutting juniper, maybe an hour out up the hill for a rancher about 2 years ago. And I've done installing sprinkler systems and stuff just all over this area.
So you know this area pretty well, and so you walk around a lot and everything, and so you have a really good understanding of the layout of the land, I would say. And can you tell me why you're in Burns at this present time?
Well, we've been watching a lot of the people I work with and my friends and stuff. We've been watching the situation develop here since it started because of the groups that I'm involved with and stuff. It's, you know, we know what's going on.
And you've been out to the Narrows RV Park, which is located right outside the refuge.
Yes, ma'am, as close as we could possibly get without being arrested.
Can you tell me what you've seen out there and observed?
Yeah, there's just coming into the Narrows is an RV park, and that's about 5 miles down is where the refuge is. Right outside of the RV park, there's a sign that says no trespassing, subject to arrest. A couple of the times I went there was, it looks like federal vehicles, black SUVs, as well as state patrol stationed right at the checkpoint. Sometimes it doesn't look like there's anybody, but if you go up over the hill and kind of look down to where you can actually see the refuge, there was, every time I went over there, it was a couple of days in a row, there was about 2 miles, I'd say, outside of the refuge.
And the road that you're talking about is 205. That is a county road, and so it's traveled extensively by people coming and going into Burns, and so it's accessible. And
it goes Burns all the way to Princeton, Nevada, whatever. But yeah, it's a well-traveled road. The refuge is just off to the right of that road, about 5 miles.
So anybody wanting to look down on the refuge, this is a big hint to anybody out there, can go on to 205 and stop and look down onto the refuge and see what's going on as well if you get a good set of binoculars, night vision.
There's a good pull out just right up the hill from the Narrows RV, or if you're coming from the south, it'll be right before you get to the RV park, but there's a really good pull out where you can see everything pretty well. I mean, it's a couple miles out, but you can see the buildings, you can see what's going on.
And did you want to touch on, I know you told me about a situation you had at a motel the other night. Did you want to touch on that or no?
Yeah, I'd like to touch on everything, actually.
What's happened to you since you got here? We'll just start from the very beginning if you want to.
Well, I'd been trying to get here for a while, since the feds actually started building up. I'd been trying to get out here, and a friend got me out here, got me a contact with the PPN, Brooke. I was to get a hold of her when I got on the ground. I got a hold of her when I got here in Burns, and she told me to come to room 21 here. Basically, I've been calling it the Hive. It seems to have been a command. So I was going to check into room 21 and went into the office, and I met a really wonderful lady. She was one of the first standers, the first occupiers at the refuge, and knew an awful lot. She knew the people really well. Lavoy being murdered, like she was in tears for days, like around the memorial and stuff. She was a really good person. So I ended up staying with her and her friend for a few days and kind of moving around a little bit. We went to a different motel because the one we're at was busy. It was a really busy motel. We went to a different motel, and I met quite a few other people. There was somebody else staying at that motel right down below us. We were up on the second floor, and I guess there was people taking pictures of his license plate and the lady who I was with's license plate.
Who do you think they were?
I think they were federal agents or hired.
Again, the black SUVs and...
Yeah, and they don't have, I mean, a lot of these people don't have, I see a lot of military uniforms, military looking outfits and stuff, but no real markings or identification.
No way to tell what branch of the military they're from, or if they're military at all, would you say?
Yeah, no way to tell. No way to tell. A lot of them are pretty well armed and stuff, like outside the courthouse, the barricades and stuff like that.
And they are not part of the militia, correct?
Absolutely not. Anybody I've met, and which really isn't. I mean, there was an awful lot of, I suppose, militia since I've been here the last week, but really, it seems like it's just been a lot of good people, not really trying to claim any specific militia. They, a lot of people do represent what they are and stuff, but it really just seems like people working together as best they can to do what's right. Getting the evidence, getting the truth out there, making sure that the locals here are comfortable and safe and secure. And speaking with a lot of them, they are terrified. They feel really threatened. From what I've seen, is this police state. I mean, it's basically been martial law.
Who do they feel threatened by? I want to clarify that. Who do you think the locals feel the most threatened by?
By the enforcement, the law enforcement.
Not the militia.
No, not at all. A lot of these people have been really supportive. I've seen some signs, some anti-militia signs and stuff like that. But from the people I've actually talked, I just going into a gas station or a store and striking up a conversation with just random locals. A lot of them are more than supportive. I mean, there's a lot of outstanding people here.
And you talked about the fear of the locals. Can you go into depth on what you've heard from them?
They're just, I mean, they can't drive 2 blocks without getting pulled over. The state patrol's been pulling everybody over. There's out of county sheriffs, out of county everything. I mean,
You've been out on the streets observing things probably more than most of us. So how much law enforcement do you think is in this little tiny town of Burns, Oregon?
I can't even guess. I mean, I can't even guess. There's a lot. Like just walking down the street, it seems like about maybe less than a minute. Every minute there's a new sheriff or state patrol or something driving by. We're seeing a lot of Multnomah County, every county around in Oregon. It seems like it's been a very, very, very heavy presence.
Have you had any interaction with any of the law enforcement since you've been here?
Yes, I have.
Has it been? Tell me your experience.
We had just gone to check on Lavoie's memorial because it had been desecrated the day before. So we went out to make sure it was all right. We went to make sure it was all right. On our way back, the airport, the feds or the military, whoever it is,
Took it over?
Yeah, took it over. We're talking about a small town airport, like something for crop dusters, like quarter mile maybe, and it was lit up like they have giant halogen lights and stuff. It was pretty active. We went by there, and then it seems like a lot of the motels here are either full of state patrol and the black SUVs or people with American flags. There's been a real
Divide.
Yeah, a real divide.
Have you heard any stories about the militia or the patriots being asked to leave any of the local motels?
Not at all. The Narrows RV, they don't want any type of they seem like really good people. They don't want any type of protest flags or anything like that going on, and I can see why. You know, those people seemed a little nervous too. They're scared that I feel they're scared that if they're supporting us, then other people may come down on them when we're gone and stuff. So they're just doing the best they can, I think.
Well, you've got 1,000 people probably going to view this video, it seems. So is there anything you want to say to the American public and or your friends and family?
Yeah, I'd like to say my family, my friends, they all know who they are. Outstanding support. Above and beyond the call. America, what are you guys doing? You know, we should be standing up and keeping our rights. You know, and I have a kid. I imagine a lot of you guys have children, so give them something. Give them something. You know, don't let them take it all away.
You're getting a little emotional on me there, partner.
Yeah, sorry.
That's okay.
I'm just a little disappointed in
I
the
really
response here from
want to
Patriots.
know how this has affected you. I really want to know that part.
I'm proud. You know, I'm proud to be able to say that I'm here, and I've seen a lot. I have a lot of evidence. I have a lot of knowledge, and I've met the people that have actually come here. Are amazing. They're amazing. There's almost a immediate bond with a lot of the people here. It seems like.
You've made friends with all walks of life, including myself.
Yep.
I would consider you my friend at this point.
Absolutely.
And everybody knows what I did for a living, now retired. So, yeah, I think you and I have become good friends, and I'm very proud to say that you're my friend. And you talked about things that you've seen in town up on the telephone poles and
pictures, yeah.
and
If the pictures stay there, there's stuff's disappearing off of not just my phone.
Oh, touch on that.
I have where pictures should be. It just says media unavailable. I have people that I know have had videos and stuff that.
And your access to the internet.
Done right after. I mean, we had Wi-Fi here. I don't get phone service with my carrier in Burns, but we did have Wi-Fi when the last 4 occupiers surrendered. Within a couple hours, Wi-Fi here is done. About not even a block, the corner, right on the corner of the next street, there's a telephone pole. I have pictures with what I believe are stingers, like NSA info gathering. Like we know that they've been listening.
The population of Burns is maybe
15,000.
Maybe max. Yeah, that's all the farmers, everybody outlying, and the amount of surveillance that you've seen out there. Can you touch on that?
Yeah, coming in from Hines, there's the stingers right up on a telephone pole. It's weird looking stuff with antennas and radar looking stuff. And then as you get closer to the first stoplight by McDonald's, there's 2 posts on the right hand side of the street. They have some kind of white plasticky looking thing that would be aiming down looking at cars. They have an insane amount of cameras at a couple of the stoplights here, but they're not like the traffic cameras like I've seen before, where there's one on every post looking one way. They're aimed like that, so they're looking both ways. They don't have the flash, you know, like if you go like photo radar. If you speed through a red light or you're speeding or something, there'll be a flash and the camera will take a picture of you. That's not there. There's relays, like little white diamond things, aiming from one stoplight down to another, and then up by the courthouse, what I'm assuming that I don't know who they are. I can't even say if they're feds or not, but the courthouse is barricaded. There's a large brick building on the right hand side of the courthouse. There's heavily armed guards. Again, no markings, no nothing. I believe that they were using the big brick building off to the right of the courthouse as a command. There was another relay diamond type thing up on top of there, a lot of antennas and stuff like that, and it was pretty well guarded. The vehicles are all either the black SUVs or state patrol, and I've seen like at least one, I'm guessing possibly three. I think there's some kind of comms van. It's a big white van with a little round thing on top of it.
Satellite dish type.
Yeah, there's been an awful lot of Bearcats. I believe I can't get a precise number, but I'm hearing somewhere around 14. We've seen a lot of them. They're heavy armored military-looking vehicles, and then some MRAPs that were out towards the refuge.
From the militia, patriots, PPN, the whole gamut of people that we have here, from all of the people that you've met, can you say that the amount of law enforcement and military and all that stuff, do you think it's justified?
Absolutely not. When I got here, I was expecting there to be a lot. I mean, I didn't know what I was getting into. I left with my Alice pack and a sleeping bag and a tent. I thought I was going to be on the ground trying to whatever. You know, I had no idea. I was just going to do whatever I could. The actual presence of support was not what I expected. I thought that there would be a whole lot more people and a whole lot more organization.
The people that you've met through the Patriot group and the such, has anybody ever conveyed to you at any time any threats towards physical harm to the locals or to the law enforcement or to the judge or to the sheriff? I mean, do you think it's justified that they are absolutely incredibly paranoid and have barricaded themselves into their offices?
No, not at all. No. The militants here again. I would like to call them more like activist minded. I mean, they're definitely militant, but they're not all gung ho. I haven't seen, besides the couple of beers I have every once in a while, I haven't even seen other people drinking. They've been very professional. They're big-hearted people trying to do the right thing. No threats or anything like that. No, I haven't seen anything like that, and I don't absolutely, for the number of people that I've seen here and the idea of the other people around. It's
because you've met a lot of people. You're out there. I mean, you're out there talking to people and communicating and talking to the locals and talking to us, the Patriots and the such. You've made a lot of contacts. You've got a lot of experience, probably more than me, talking to people. I don't know. I don't know if people out there can hear the frustration in my voice at this point. I'm tired and want to go home. Is there anything else that you can add that maybe I haven't at this point?
I would like to say that a lot of the state police, I did have a thing with one of them. It wasn't a big deal, but it seems like they've been really polite. They haven't really been arresting people or giving tickets or anything like that. I think that they're more here because the feds wanted them to be here. I definitely believe that Lavoie was ambushed and murdered intentionally. From the people that I talked with that knew him, I believe he was delivering evidence. I've got to know a few of these people that were in there pretty well, and there's no reason for us to be lying to each other. We're just trying to get stuff out there. So, besides that, like, wake up, America. God, it's frustrated. Sorry.
It's okay. You and I have been talking today about the possibility of me being arrested.
There's a possibility that we could all be arrested.
Yeah. So I'm getting these videos out as
Yeah.
fast as possible, and we are back on the internet through a back door I'm not going to talk about. Thank you for the help as to the people. Go ahead.
As far as being arrested, I don't think I've done anything illegal, and the people that I'm with, I think that we've gone out of our way to try to help. We're trying to expose some stuff that I don't think that they want out. So if
They're
we get
trying to silence
silenced-
us.
Yeah, if we get
Yeah.
silenced, don't.
And I'm going to speak to everybody out there that's listening to this video too. If I get arrested, I'm going to absolutely positively tell you that I have not carried a firearm on me since I have been here. Have you seen a firearm in my possession at any time?
Actually, a lot of us have been unarmed.
Yes.
It's the militant have had their sidearms and stuff.
I'm retired law enforcement, and I'm not packing my piece at this time because I know that this stuff can happen. I know that they can bring trumped up charges against us. And if I'm arrested, I'm going to tell you guys not to bail me out because I actually need some sleep. And I'm thinking
worry,
3
don't worry.
hots in a cot right now. Prior law enforcement, I'm sure I'm going to be put into solitary confinement. So if anybody can send me some board games, that'd be really nice. Care packages in the care of in my name and Gabe's name here would be awesome. We kind of are prepared at this very moment to be arrested.
Proud. Fuck 'em. Sorry, excuse me.
I can't edit. I don't know how to edit.
Let them come. Let them come.
My granddaughter's birthday is tomorrow, and if she sees this, I want to say happy birthday, my little gremlin. I absolutely adore you, love you, and I love my family. So if we do get arrested tonight, I just want to tell everybody that, you know what, I won't quit. I won't give up. I will not stop doing what I'm doing. You know I cannot afford a good lawyer. So anybody out there that wants to do this per diem, you know, or pro bono, hey, step up. We're stepping up.
Yeah, step up.
Step up,
Step
America.
up. Yeah, come on, guys.
We're doing absolutely everything that we can to do what we can when we can. I'm asking you guys to do the same. I'm asking you guys to help us.
I left my job. I left my home.
You
know,
did.
to be
You
here
quit
now.
your job.
A
You-
lot of other people have as well.
You
I've
are
talked to a
another
whole
one
lot.
that has quit their job. Yes, you did. And you called your boss today, or is it yesterday? And he told you
He said, "Go get him." He
Go
actually
get 'em.
sounded supportive. So.
you were expecting to be chewed out and yelled at,
yeah.
and you called him anyway and kind of got a kudos, so that was good. But hey, if we're arrested, I just want to say God bless America, and I love my country. I really do. I love the patriots. I love this movement. I love these people, and just thank you to everybody that's been supportive. And I can't say enough, really, truly. Patriot breakfast, you know, pancakes, and
We've been eating good.
we've been eating
That's-
good, huh,
yeah.
partner? We're
Yeah, there's a lot
fattening
of
up for
food.
the slaughter.
There has been a lot of people who haven't been able to make it. I think have donated a lot. and helped
Yes.
out a lot.
Yes, they have. Yes, and it's funny because when we eat breakfast, we're like, hey, these peaches came from so and so, and this sausage came from so and so, and this pancake mix was donated by so and
Yeah,
so.
it seems like a lot of it's the people who don't have anything, which is funny.
It
It's
is.
a lot of the people who don't have anything to share that are.
Share the most.
Yep.
They absolutely do. And you can tell when somebody's got into their food stores and the date's written on the can,
Yep.
and
Yep.
and yeah, you can tell. Absolutely, you can tell. And I want everybody to know that we're washing our plastic forks in case we don't get any more. So, anything else, Gabe?
I think that's good.
And I just, I appreciate you, and I appreciate all your friends and all the help they've done, and everything as well. So this is Rocky Hall with the Lassen County, California Oath Keeper signing out, and we're going to upload this as fast as possible. Hey, if we get thrown in jail tonight, you won't hear from me again. Signing out.